and in fact is still celebrated unknowingly by Americans across the country to this day as Cinco de Mayo. But anyways, when news of the defeat at the Battle of Puebla reaches Napoleon, he's equally humiliated and enraged. He orders 20,000 more troops to be deployed to stamp out the Mexican resistance, and by 1863, the French have nearly 30,000 soldiers in Mexico. And amongst the reinforcements were a small band of soldiers from the French Foreign Legion. Made up exclusively of refugees, criminals, and ex-mercenaries whom Napoleon wanted to get out of Paris, the Foreign Legion was a real kill two birds with one stone idea. Deploying these burdens on society to fight battles far away from France would not only clean up his streets, but also give his generals some cannon fodder to send into the most dangerous places. Unexpectedly, the Legionnaires had proven themselves as fierce fighters in the Algerian campaign, but despite their bravery, they were still considered to be low-class soldiers. Useful, but ultimately expendable. Little did anyone know that this reputation would soon be changed forever as the French began their second attempt to avenge their most embarrassing defeat in Mexico. On March 16, 1863, the French attack Puebla a second time and lay siege to the town. Cannons rip apart buildings, and the Mexicans are forced to abandon their initial defensive positions. But what was supposed to be a quick victory earned through shock and awe drags on as the Mexicans raise barricades on every street and force the French to fight house to house. By the end of April, the French were running low on ammunition, so supply caravans were sent from Veracruz on a 60-mile journey to Puebla. In the caravan were 3 million francs in gold to pay the troops, ammunition, and additional artillery weapons. But word travels quickly, and soon native spies inform the French that the Mexican guerrillas are planning to attack the caravan. Reinforcements must be sent immediately to protect the convoy, and so 62 soldiers and 2 officers from the 3rd Company 1st Battalion of the French Foreign Legion, under the command of Captain Jean d'Anjou, are sent out in the dark of night to find the convoy and help escort it to Puebla. On April 30th, at 5:45, after having marched throughout the night, the exhausted Legionnaires arrive at the planned rendezvous point. They begin to brew some coffee to try to wake up, but their short break is almost immediately interrupted as 250 Mexican cavalry appear on the horizon. d'Anjou orders his men to chuck their coffee, and they make a quick break for an abandoned hacienda, a compound with a 2-story farmhouse surrounded by 10-foot walls in the nearby town of Camarón. As they near the hacienda, 800 Mexican cavalrymen emerge ahead of them, and they quickly charge the Legionnaires. d'Anjou orders his men to form a hollow square, and firing in volleys, they manage to push back the cavalry charges twice while continuing to retreat to the farmhouse. The Mexicans continue to chase them, and 16 of d'Anjou's men